Kanye West's Trainers, the most expensive ever sold. That's the topic for today. So, Business and Mark, what have you got for us on this? Let's jump right into it.
Kanye West, who's known
Another
normally for
topic.
his music
Yes.
and, of course, rapping style. What an artiste! And I know that you are very much in tune
Big
with
fan.
him.
Big fan. Big fan. I
Yes,
think we're both big fans on this show, aren't we? Of the Kanye
yes.
West oeuvre.
Well, should we say, and here's another clue, he has big feet in this subject. And
Yes,
that
he
is,
does.
his standing is such now that he has actually managed to sell his trainers. These are our Nike Air Yeezy 1 type prototypes for the highest ever amount paid for a pair of trainers.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, this is quite an extraordinary figure when I tell you that they were sold for 1.8 million US dollars.
Yes.
So,
For that
Clergyman
price,
Pete, I do want to
too.
ask you,
Yes.
based on that, how do they fit you right at the moment?
You caught me out. Yes, I was the one who bought them. It's interesting. The most I've spent on a pair of trainers, I think, is probably £18.99.
Wow.
I don't know what that is
As
in
much as
dollars,
that?
but yeah, yes, and that was for two. That's what.
Really?
It's interesting, isn't it? That's such a huge amount. It just beggars belief, I suppose is the
Yes.
way. But it's an incredible amount of money for what is ostensibly a pair of sporting shoes.
Yes.
It just seems out of all proportion. I know people listening will be saying, yes, some people anyway will say I collect trainers, or I have this brilliant pair of trainers which float when I walk on them or something. Well, one of those ones from Back to the Future, the movie where he puts on trainers and the laces tie themselves. And I believe those were Nike, and they actually made a pair for people to try. And so just one pair, I think, just as a gimmick. But so I can understand those being a lot. But this was a line, wasn't it? Was it a line of trainers? No, it was a prototype for the particular style.
Yes.
So presumably they have actually been worn by Kanye West.
Well, I would hope so, because now
Yes.
I know that I alluded to the fact that you purchased them, so I can
Yes.
tell
Yeah,
you
they're delicious. Yeah.
he he did not purchase them. I can tell you they were actually purchased by Rares. Yes, so that's RARES. Now, this is an internet platform for investing in rare footwear. So the essential idea from a business perspective, good idea, possibly, it's that its users can buy shares in a pair in a similar way to how investors would buy stocks in a company. Now, the thing that struck me here was a few things. Now, Kanye West, great that he is as an artiste. The fact that he's selling a pair of trainers, yes, they're prototypes, and other people will probably sort of scramble to get the mass production pieces that come out onto the shelves fairly soon. But I did have a thought here to those who potentially are buying this. And here's just a simple thought in the form of a poem, which we all like to do. So it's great, of course, if you're stinking rich. If you decide to buy expensive trainers to strut around the street, remember that they are just containers to hold your smelly feet. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. Well,
$1.8 million.
Short and to the point, yes. Are you suggesting that the great Kanye West's feet are smelly and stinky?
Well,
because I think that's important to know, because if that is the case, they need to have an authentic smell. Because I think what the thing is, if you're buying these for the inflated sum
and after a concert,
well, they need to be they need to be seen to be genuine, don't they? So I think they would need to have signs that they've been worn, whatever that might be.
Now, is this a bit of an anomaly here, because he's a rapper when really, he should be a soul singer? That would be ideal.
Yes.
Shoes.
Yes, I see what you did there. Yes, I've got it. Yeah. It's there is I know there is a market in training shoes, and if you've got some examples of a rare line that have now become popular, it's like all things, they become rare. People are collecting them. therefore you get a lot of money. So it's not the intrinsic value of the trainers. It's the association of it, or it may be simply that you want to complete a collection, that sort of thing, and so they can become very expensive. Although this is very expensive. I think there was, I'm right in saying the previous record was I think I've got it noted here.
Well, it was Nike Air Jordans first.
Yes.
The sold for 615. Yes, thousand.
Oh, that's more than I've got the wrong amount. Then I've got 560,000.
No, 615. That was last year.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, so that's
I threw them away. They didn't fit.
Yeah, so that's quite a step up because of this. But I think it is the association with Kanye West very popular.
Because if you tie your shoelaces carefully enough, it'll be fine.
But he also has, a fashion brand, doesn't he? He sells.
Well,
he has his own brand that he then presumably he's then licensing this out to, in this case, Nike.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting because Kanye West, smart guy that he is now become essentially a billionaire, not just because of his music, but because of his sponsorship of these type of goods. Now, if you think about sneakers, trainers, any kind of apparel where you can brand it, and somebody like Kanye West, noted for one thing, but let's say fashion and music go very, very well together. So from a business point of view, he's been very, very clever. And people buy into his brand. They buy something that he endorses. And so this is why I think from a commercial perspective, you see many artists thinking about how they can extend their wares. Dr. Dre was exactly another example where somebody was in music, they go onto headphones. And again, it's all about music, but it's how you can stretch your equity. And I think that as much as we can sort of mock the idea of somebody buying a pair of trainers for $1.8 million, yes, but actually what it is, it's a symbol of success and what people want. It's consumerism. It's what people are buying into. Now, there was one thing on a slightly different note, and this did actually surprise me about Kanye West, because he's not the tallest person in the world, and I know he's not the shortest, but I was surprised by the size of his feet. He has a size 12 in US size and a size 11 in UK sizes. Yeah. That's quite a big foot, isn't it?
Yes. He's got bigger feet than me, and he's very slightly shorter than me.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's his interest. Yes, at least he's not going to blow over in the wind.
No. But by the sheer weight of all those dollars that he now has to carry home with him.
So these particular trainers do have interesting features, though. It's not that they're just a straight pair of trainers like I used to buy from Woolworths. They've got a sort of strap that goes over the laces. They've got a special little plastic thing which holds the laces in place, which has a Y in it for Yeezy. You see his nickname. As you say, they are quite big. Now, I hear that when he wore them, this may not be the last time that he wore them, but he did wear these particular shoes when he was performing Stronger and Hey Mama at the 50th annual Grammys, which I know are some of your. Yeah. I know, as I say, those two are possibly your famous songs by him. So that would, that sort of thing, though, the provenance of that, you can go and see him. You could watch a video of him wearing them. So you've got, in terms of value.
I'm browsing now, trying to find them. I'm desperate.
No, they're bought by Rares. No, so there were shares available.
Because there are shares in Rares.
In the shoes, and that Rares.
Yes, exactly.
The way their company works is, as you say, it's like a piece of artwork, and you buy it. You buy shares in the ownership of these shoes. So the chance hasn't gone, Mark. If you're that keen, you could buy at least a share in the split ownership of the shoes.
Well, I own a piece
of his shoes.
What if I bought one and I bought the left one and you bought the right one?
We can offer out of them, yeah. I haven't got quite that amount of money spare, even though the podcasts are monetized.
Well, I did have another thought, because I know that off air we were thinking about this, and I'm thinking to Kanye West, who obviously is an entrepreneurial guy, and I thought, well, we can only but give him, as a sort of conclusion to this particular broadcast, is some other thoughts. Now, obviously, shoes are very good, trainers are great, but why doesn't he sell other things? So for example, why not sell used underwear?
Well, yeah, that'd be very, because if it were the sweatiness proving that he'd worn the shoes, presumably the underwear, particularly in the groinal region, would also be quite sweaty as well. You would have thought.
Which actually makes me think about some of his music, which is pants.
Yes, some of it is absolute pants. Allegedly, obviously, I enjoy every aspect of it, being a big fan. But he could sell other things. It's interesting because he certainly could, being such a celebrity, sell other things, personal items that he used. You know, that one could think of a watch, because you could have it being a really good watch, and you could see him wearing it. But there were all the different items of clothing. You could, he could. Each time that he performed, he could cut off some of his hair during the performance and sell it. You see, I think he's not
real-time trimming. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and you see him put it in a little box during the performance. You say, "I've got that bit of hair that he." I mean, it depends how far you take the almost worship of celebrities. I mean, I guess he's not just a celebrity; he's an artist. Whether or not you like his particular brand, and obviously, I was being sarcastic in saying I was a big fan. I've no idea what any of his songs sound like, but I hear that they're all right. So, but for people who really do like his style,
yes, there is a helpline.
It's the art. There's artistic merit, is what I'm saying. He's not just a celebrity. He does something. He has some talent. So, but for people who are real fans, how far would they be willing to go? I guess that's a question for the listeners.
Absolutely.
What would you be prepared to buy of Kanye West? Well, maybe not just Kanye West. It'd be interesting if people are going to buy of someone else, whoever your
I've got another
favorite
suggestion to close out the show.
Yes,
buy Kanye West himself.
Oh, yes, the man himself. Yes. Oh, but no, buy him himself. I thought you were saying he'd made a suggestion. I was waiting for it. Buy Kanye West, you're saying.
Indeed.
Purchase him. Yes, and keep him in a cupboard or in the basement. Bring him out when you need him. That's possibly. I think that's possibly taking stalking too far, or that is actually the plot of King of Comedy. If anyone seen that film, where a celebrity is stolen and kept in the basement. But I guess we're out of time for this week's live stream from Mark and Pete. What else do we need to say to people? Send them to leave comments. Send them over
any spare shoes. Send them to markandpete.com and let us know your thoughts.
Oh yes, that's our website, markandpete.com. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.